Let's go to our lesson. Doo-doo-doo-doo. There we go. So yeah, so the medical ships are also going there. They're going
Mm-hmm.
to South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where
Mm-hmm.
else. I
Mm-hmm.
I find it interesting. Notice I don't say interesting. I say interesting.
Resting. Uh-huh.
Interesting. Yeah, I find it interesting that we don't really hear about these ships. You would think it would be everywhere, but on the
Mm-hmm.
news and whatever, but we don't really hear about them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so down here in the next paragraph, this name is pronounced as Stevens, like the
Steven.
letter V,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Stevens. Yeah.
Steven.
Uh-huh. And we have not treated, it's treated, treated.
Treated. Treated.
Yeah.
Treated.
So
Uh-huh.
when you have words ending in TED, it
Mm-hmm.
sounds like DED, treated.
Treated. Treated.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And vitally, notice I pronounce
Vitally.
the T like a D, vitally
Vitally. Vitally.
means very, very
Vitally.
important.
Mm-hmm. Vitally.
Yep. And notice I don't say important, I say important. Important.
Important. Important.
Yeah.
Important. Uh-huh. Important.
Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
know. Important, I say oopsie, important. Important.
Important. Important.
Important.
Important.
Important.
Important.
There you go. Important. It's a
Important.
hard nt. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Important.
Hard nt.
Important.
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 Yeah. Important. Yeah. Okay, you'll get it. Okay, founded in 1978. How about if I read first so you can hear how it
Uh-huh.
sounds? Founded in 1978 by Donald and Don and Dayan Stevens, Mercy ships have worked in more than 70 countries. 70. I say D,
70.
D, D, D for
Yeah.
70.
70
70
countries.
countries and treated more than 2.56 million patients. Vitally, they also train local surgeons and healthcare professionals.
Uh-huh. Founded in 1978 by Don and Dan Stevens, Mercy ships have worked in more than 70 countries and treated more than 2.56 million patients. Vitally, they also train local surgeons and healthcare professionals.
Very good. Very
Thank
good.
you.
All right. That was nice. All right. And critical is synonymous with vitally, means extremely important.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. It is critical that you come to work on time.
Mhm, mhm, mhm,
But very, very important. Okay.
mhm.
Let's go ahead and read. Well, we're going to read this. And um, I usually don't say the word whom. Whom.
Mhm, mhm,
Uh, but we do write it often.
mhm,
But when you're just speaking, we don't say whom because it's very formal.
mhm,
Yeah.
okay.
So if I was going to say this instead of write it, I
Uh-huh.
would say for butcher, I'll probably say who that we follow or something like that. Who we
Follow.
follow.
Will follow. I see.
Yeah, I would say who we follow instead of whom we follow.
Will follow. Mhm,
Hmm. For butcher, whom we follow in SBS's new series, The Surgery Ship. I sent you the link.
mhm.
It is an eye-opening and life-changing experience, not least in revealing the scale of the medical crisis facing the world's the world's poorest people.
Uh-huh. Um, for Butcher, whom we follow in SBS's new series, The Surgery Ship. It is an eye-opening and life-changing experience, not least in revealing the scale of the medical crisis facing the world's poorest people.
Very good.
World's poorest people.
Poor, poor.
Poor,
Ooh,
poor,
poor, poor.
poor,
That's
poor.
better. Poor. Mm-hmm.
Poor.
Good. Okay. So when you are stunned, you are very shocked. You are surprised in a horrible way.
Stunned. Mm-hmm. Stunned.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here's a picture of the girl with bowed legs.
I see. Both legs.
Yeah. And the doctor straightened her legs so she can walk upright and straight. Can you imagine trying to walk like that?
No, I can't.
I know, me either.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you are stunned, you are very shocked and surprised in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
We have desperate. Desperate. It's
Desperate.
yeah. I don't say desperate. I say desperate. Desperate.
Desperate.
Mm-hmm.
Desperate.
And let's see. Of course, we have Francois.
Francois.
Hoisted. Hoisted.
Hoisted.
Mm-hmm. So let me come back to. Oops. Let me come back to here. Okay. So when you hoist, something, you lift it up high.
Okay.
Yeah. You hoist something, you lift it up high. So in this story, the people hoisted the sick child up high, and they tossed them. They tossed the child over the fence, over the gate.
I see.
Well, so when like Chinese ships come in with their imports and their big boxes and crates full of goods for imports, the heavy big boxes or crates are hoisted up off the ship and then put on a truck. Hoisted.
Hoisted, I see.
Okay. All right. Miraculously. When something is miraculous, it's like a miracle. Miraculous comes from the word miracle. Miraculously. Okay, let's read this paragraph. Oh, let me read it first and then you can read it. In episode 1, we see her watching, stunned, from the ship as thousands of desperate patients press against steel gates at a dock in Benin, West Africa, pleading for help. They were begging, pleading, help me, help me. A little boy, Francois, is hoisted over the gate. Butcher miraculously catches him.
In episode 1, we see her watching, stunned, from the ship as thousands of desperate patients press against steel gates at a dock in Benin, West Africa, pleading for help. A little boy, Francois, is hoisted over the gate. Butcher miraculously catches him.
Very good.
Miraculous.
Yes. And now the British say against.
Again.
Americans say against. Against. There you go.
Against.
Let me write that. And I'll send you these notes too.
Against.
Against. Okay. Ostracize. Ostracize. That means to reject in a really bad way.
Ostracized.
To reject in a very bad way. Ostracized. They said, we don't want you here. You have evil spirits. Evil spirits. Okay. Massive tumor
Massive
and
tumor.
caused.
Caused massive tumor.
There you go.
Mhm.
Caused. Hmm.
Caused.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of your D's. You're saying more like a T. So concentrate on your D sound.
Caused.
Caused by. Caused by.
Caused by. Caused by.
That's
Caused
better.
by.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's read this paragraph.
You first? Or
Oh,
I?
I'm sorry. I forget. Yes, thank you. It is the start of a dramatic journey for both doctor and child who is ostracized in his village as a result of massive tumor. That should be of a massive tumor, shouldn't it? Right here.
Mm-hmm. Of a
Missing
massive
an A.
tumor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of a.
Of a massive tumor that some believe is caused by evil spirits.
Uh-huh. It is the start of a dramatic journey for both the doctor and child, who is ostracized in his village as a result of a massive tumor that some believe is caused by evil spirits. Is caused by evil spirits.
Caused by. There you go. Very
Mm-hmm.
good. Okay, and of course, a medic is a doctor.
Uh-huh. Medics.
I think some medics don't have their doctor's degree or don't have their final training as a doctor, like
Mm-hmm.
a doctor who just graduates from the university.
Yeah.
Um, might have their degree, but don't have their or doesn't have their years of experience to be
Mm-hmm.
an
Mm-hmm.
official doctor. I don't know. I don't know what qualifies a doctor and a medic. I don't know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. This paragraph is fairly easy. Like Butcher, the other medics and health professionals on board are drawn to volunteer as part of a wider search for meaning in their work and life.
Uh-huh. Like Butcher, the other medics and health professionals on board are drawn to volunteer as part of a wider search for meaning in their work and life.
Very good. Can I hear you say part of a? Part of a?
Padova, Padova,
There you go.
Padova.
Good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we have the
Padova.
of sound instead of
Yeah,
of. Yeah, of.
Padova.
Mm-hmm.
Padova. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. This one's easy. Do you know what a plastic surgeon is?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, good. South African a South African plastic surgeon. My tongue gets tied. South. I know sometimes it's difficult for me too. South African plastic surgeon Dr. Tertius Venter was working in should be a private practice. This must be a second language person forgetting their articles. Was working in a private practice in East London on the East Coast. Notice I'm saying East Coast because it's too difficult to say st. So I say coast. It's a hard S. East Coast
East Coast.
of Africa. When Mercy ship MV Anastasia docked at his port in 2000. At his port in 2000.
At his port. At his port. South African plastic surgeon Dr. Tertius Venter was working in private practice in East London on the east coast of South Africa when Mercy ship MV Anastasia docked at his port in 2000.
Very good.
MV, what does MV mean? Something's I don't.
Maybe it means Mercy Vessel. I don't know. It's just the name of the ship.
I see.
I'm not sure. It's just
Mm-hmm.
this here, right here is every ship has a name, and this is the name of the ship.
Oh, like my name, Anastasia.
Yeah, they named a ship after you.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah. I think it's the first ship named after me. I Sometimes I see just some saloons named Anastasia. Her face, but not a ship. It was my first
Oh,
ship.
that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. An urge is a strong desire.
Uh-huh.
Urge,
An urge.
strong desire. Okay. Despite a fulfilling professional and personal life, Venter felt something was missing. I felt a lack and an urge to reach out to, I'm not sure what.
Uh-huh. Despite a fulfilling professional and personal life, Venter felt something was missing. I felt a lack and an urge to reach out to I'm not sure what. What?
So,
Sure what?
in your own words, in your opinion, how was Venter feeling? What was he desiring in life?
The nurse reached out. He was dreaming to reach something. He didn't know what. So he felt a great desire to maybe to reach something, maybe to open something, to discover something, but he didn't know what it was.
Okay. So even though he had a professional and successful medical practice, why would he leave that to volunteer on the ship? What was his drive?
To help people to help poor people that needed him. I think this professional person.
Yeah. And
yeah,
so,
to help people that were in need of
yeah.
his skills, of his professional skills, like a doctor.
Yeah. So it's human nature to be able to accomplish something that is meaningful in life. Something greater, sometimes greater than ourselves, to have deep meaning. That's probably why I teach. I could have worked in an office or done sales or worked at a casino or a bank, and I've done all those things, but they weren't self-satisfying. They weren't something that I felt could be part of myself.
I know many people who are volunteers because they like to help other people. Just this feeling that you can be useful to other people.
Yeah. Yeah, and it almost sounds selfish, but it's not selfish at the same time, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good. It's all good. Okay, let's go to the next paragraph. Okay, to be prompted. That means to be encouraged. Encouraged. Radical. I like this. Radical life shift. That means a life change. Radical. You need to write these words down.
No,
Radical
I
means,
know this word. Yeah.
Okay, drastic means drastic. Let's see. Reconstructive surgery. Pretty straightforward here. What is missing at the end of this sentence?
It's become a full live volume. Just a second. Yeah, but since
There's some punctuation missing at the end of this sentence.
like dot.
A period. Yeah.
A period. Uh-huh.
Yeah, see, the
Okay.
period's missing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, some I see these things. They need an editor. I should be an editor. Okay, the ship's arrival prompted a radical life shift. Venter volunteered and has since dedicated his life to providing plastic and reconstructive surgery to the poor of West Africa. Initially, he funded his volunteer work by performing cosmetic surgery in developed nations for up to 90 days a year. But since 2013 has become a full-time volunteer.
You pronounce cosmetic, like sound z,
Cosmetic,
cosmetic.
yeah,
Mm,
cosmetic,
Cosmetic, yeah.
cosmetic,
Mm-hmm.
and a
Cosmetic.
D, dick,
Cosmetic.
cosmetic,
Yeah,
cosmetic.
cosmetic.
Mm-hmm.
Cosmetic. I see. The ship's arrival prompted a radical life shift. Venter volunteered and has since dedicated his life to providing plastic and reconstructive surgery to the poor of West Africa. Initially, he funded his volunteer work by performing cosmetic surgery in developed nations for up to 90 days a year, but since 2030 has become a full-time volunteer.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Cosmetic. Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay. We have orthopedic surgeon.
Or orthopedic. Orthopedic.
Orthopedic surgeon. Those are surgeons that operate on your back, they operate on your
Uh-huh.
legs, they operated on your knees.
Orthopedic
They
surgeon.
have yeah, they work on anything that has to do with bones.
Mm-hmm. Orthopedic surgeon. Uh-huh.
Mhm. Motivated. That is when you are encouraged, you
Motivated.
feel motivated.
Motivated.
Mod, motivated.
Motivated. Motivated.
Good, motivated. Yeah. Spiritual,
Ritual.
and this one's hard to say. Philanthropic.
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 Yes. That
Philanthropic.
means people who give back to the community are
Mm-hmm.
philanthropic. The usual business people are usually philanthropic. They
Mm-hmm.
give money to charity.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dr. Hayden felt philanthropic impulses.
Mm-hmm.
When you have an impulse, that's a desire.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, I know you know what enchanted is, but disenchanted, of course, is the opposite.
I think it chatted with medicine.
Mm-hmm.
The phrase
Yes.
enchanted forest just occurred
Yeah.
on my mind. It's
Mm-hmm.
some magical forest. I think it was a book like Enchanted Forest or
Oh, yeah.
Enchanted Garden. Yeah, something like this. Enchanted Garden.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. American orthopedic surgeon Dr. Frank Hayden was also motivated by a desire for change, as well as strong spiritual and philanthropic impulses. Like Venter, he became disenchanted with medicine as practiced in the West and left full-time practice in 2005, volunteering for MSF in earthquake relief before his wife Kathleen, an operating room nurse, encouraged him to explore the Mercy ship so they could work together.
Mm-hmm. American orthopedic surgeon Doctor Frank Hayden was also motivated by a desire for change as well as strong spiritual and philanthropic impulses. Like Venter, he became disenchanted with medicine as practice. Sorry,
Hmm.
practice. Pra-
You could
oh,
practiced.
practice in the West and left full-time practice in 2005, volunteering for MSF in earthquake relief before his wife Kathleen, an operating room nurse, encouraged him to explore the Mercy ship so they could work together.
Okay. So I know this is hard. Philanthropic. Philanthropic.
Philanthropic.
Mhm. There you go. Philanthropic. And disenchanted.
Disenchanted.
There you go.
Disenchanted.
Good. I see. This one is fairly easy. His first experience was in Benin, West Africa, in 2009, and was an incredible experience. Since then, Hayden has performed over 650 corrective surgeries on board.
His first experience was in Benin, West Africa in 2009 and was an incredible experience. Since then, Hayden has performed over 650 corrective surgeries on board.
Very good.
Thank you.
Good. I was thinking, yeah, nice. Yeah, I can hear I'm listening to your accent and you're sounding very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Yay!
Maybe by to the summer, no one will recognize that I'm from Russia. Everyone would think that I'm just from America.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Your soft I is very good, so I'm not worried about that. Like the word ship is ship, so you say that very well. I think your main obstacle right now is how you pronounce D's and T's. And
because
when to
in Russia we're not taught to pronounce T like D in some words. We just taught to pronounce T in all ways, not D.
Yeah. Well, oftentimes when T is in the middle of a word, and we'll pick those out. Let's see if there's one. Hospital, piddle. Yeah, like this one. Hospital. I don't say hospital. I say hospital. So when you have a T like this, most times it's pronounced like a very soft D. Hospital.
I understood that if T is surrounded by vowels or by strong I forgot the word. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it in English, but it would be D if it is surrounded by vowels and by letters like M, L. I forgot how they are called in English. Yeah, just I understood the rule. I got it. So I think I would restudy this using of T to
that
D.
would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you need to do right now. Yeah, and of course, T at the beginning of a word is always T. T at the end of a word is often a stop T. You begin to say it, but you stop, like the word not. I don't say not. I say not.
No.
So my tongue forms the T.
But you don't pronounce it. Not.
Yes.
Not.
Let me get back to the screen. Okay, so my tongue starts the T, not. But I don't finish it.
Yeah.
This is not.
Not. Yeah.
But I say
my tongue
not.
there. Not.
Yeah.
Not.
That's called a stop T. So words that end in T
Mhm.
most times are not
Uh-huh.
pronounced.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Not. Not. Yeah, I see.
Mhm. All right, let's go back. Do. So yeah, those are the two things I need you to work on, D and stop
Mm-hmm.
T.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. This is hard to say. It took me a couple lessons to pronounce this. For
Mm-hmm.
Singaporean Australian nurse Mel To, volunteering on the ship was also a leap of faith after 7 years as a pediatric nurse at Maynard Children's Hospital in Brisbane.
Right.
After finishing her professional diploma in tropical disease in London, she embarked on her first hospital ship tour in 2013 in Congo, Brazzaville.
Brazil. Mm-hmm. For Singaporean Australian nurse Mel, or I forgot how you pronounce this,
Melto,
Melto,
Melto.
Melto, volunteering on the ship was also a leap of faith after 7 years as a pediatric nurse at Meta Children's Hospital in Brisbane. After finishing her professional diploma in tropical disease in London, she embarked on her first hospital ship tour in 2013 in Congo Brazzaville. Brazzaville.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Good, good. I don't know how to pronounce that. Brazzaville. I don't know.
Brazzaville. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yes, and later we'll look at the the or sound, Singapore, because
Singapore.
you're saying poor. It's
Ah,
or.
Singaporean.
Your lips
Singapore.
are yeah, Singaporean. Your lips are out instead
Singaporean.
of open.
Uh-huh.
Singaporean.
Singaporean.
Or.
Singaporean.
There you go.
Singaporean.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Can you tell me, what is a leap of faith?
A little faith. I think she was also a leap of faith after, and she was also a leap of faith after leap faith. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's
that's an
a
expression.
little
Hmm.
faith, maybe.
Oh, it's a big faith.
Oh,
Yeah, I took a big leap of faith. We usually say big leap of faith.
mm,
Let me go back to the screen. Hang on. So I took I took a big leap of faith when I married Chris because we
uh-huh.
only knew each other for 2 weeks. And
Ah,
then I
you risk. You, it was a risk. It was risky.
it was a big risk. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was a big chance, a big risk.
uh-huh.
But you know how when you make decisions and you know the decision that you're making is something that you absolutely should do, no matter what anyone says,
Mm-hmm.
and no matter how hard or difficult your choice might be to accomplish,
And this is
but
called a leap of faith.
a leap of faith. Yeah.
A leap of faith. I see.
So, when I was with my late husband,
Mm-hmm.
um, I continued with my faith. I didn't take a leap of faith because we were already married for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But I continued with my faith and my belief inside that I should not give up on him and stay with him
Mm-hmm.
because he was an alcoholic and I knew he needed me. And he
Mm-hmm.
did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it was hard,
Mm-hmm.
but I always tell myself I can do hard things. And it was really hard.
Mm-hmm.
So marrying Chris was easy compared.
I see.
Yes. Yes, it was a leap of faith with Chris, but the process was much easier than the past with an alcoholic husband. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Everything is relative. is the expression.
Yeah. Everything is relative. Uh-huh.
Yep. Okay, let's go back. Are you enjoying this lesson?
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
I think
throwing a lot of words at you.
I've
Mm-hmm.
um let me tell this. I've trained pronunciation maybe 5 or even 10 years ago, because after
Mm-hmm.
graduate from university, I just paid attention to vocabulary, to some expressions, and yeah, I forgot pronunciation at all, I think.
Ah, okay.
Um,
Well, that's good. This is
and
good. All right.
especially with the native speaker, because
Mm-hmm.
Russians, they can't pronounce well because they're Russian teachers. Yeah.
I know. They try.
Yeah.
Yeah, they try. Wow. Well, then I'll create you into the linguistic person that is within you.
Mhm. Oh, by the way, people from Thailand, they pronounce just worse, and the worst of all, they say tia instead of tea, and they say tia everywhere and always. This tia made me crazy. And they don't understand, if you say tea, you should say tea, like green tea. It was really terrible. I wanted to get rid of this tea.
Oh God. Well, when I moved to Texas,
Mhm.
I would order iced tea,
Okay. Uh-huh.
and the waitresses were always kind of confused because when you're in Texas, you order sweet tea or unsweet tea. In
Uh,
California, we just ordered iced tea and it came without sugar. Or you would order black tea and it came without sugar.
uh, uh,
So
uh-huh.
when I came here, I ordered, oh, I would like some black iced tea, which means just regular, everyday, ordinary tea, nothing special,
And
just tea,
if you would
y-
like cold tea, how would you say?
iced tea,
Iced tea. And what is the
iced tea.
difference between tea without sugar and cold tea? Maybe I don't.
Oh, okay. So, well, when I came here, I would ask for um, uh, black iced tea,
Mm-hmm.
which means iced tea with no sugar. So
Ah.
cold tea without
Uh-huh.
sugar,
Ah.
ICE.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah,
I see.
and the waitresses were confused. Like, what do you want? What is that?
Uh-huh.
You don't know what that is? Everyone knows what that is.
Uh-huh.
So I had to learn to say unsweet tea.
Sweet tea. Yeah, that's funny. That's fun.
And when you go to a fast food restaurant like McDonald's or Burger King or something like that,
Mhm.
you'll and you serve yourself the tea. They have the
Yeah.
big
I
tea
know.
containers where you
Uh,
pour. Yeah. So one says unsweet tea and the other one
uh-huh.
says sweet tea.
Uh-huh. I see. Yeah, I think that differs from country to country, from place to place. All this
Mhm.
regular stuff. Do you know matcha tea? This green powder. Nowadays it's popular in Russia, but uh,
I think so.
we were
I've
trying
never
to find.
had it.
Yeah, yeah, we were trying
Mm.
to find it in Thailand, but they don't
Mhm.
know this word at all. They have a lot of green tea, but they don't have this matcha tea. And they were looking at us with big eyes, like, what? What do you want? Yeah. We were also
That's
shocked
funny.
about this fact.
Hmm. Yeah, interesting. See, oh, that brings to mind, when I comment on something being interesting, like, "Wow," I
Uh-huh.
will say, "Interesting." I pronounce the
Interesting.
T.
Yeah, I noticed.
Interesting.
Interesting.
But
Interesting.
if I'm just in if I use the word interesting in a sentence, I'll
Mm-hmm.
say interesting.
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 Mhm.
Mm-hmm. The same.
I just noticed that. Aha. Okay, let's get back. Here you go. All right. Bum bum ba bum. Let's see. Oh, a crash course.
Crash
It's when you
course.
learn a lot in a little bit of time.
Uh-huh. A crash course.
Hmm. So all these health professionals would go would go on to experience a crash course in what Hayden calls unimaginable pathology and poverty, rarely, if ever, seen in Western medicine. So we had all these doctors that were very experienced for years and years and years,
Mm-hmm.
and they joined this ship, and it's like learning medicine all over again
Mm-hmm.
because they have to learn how to treat these people with these unimaginable diseases
Mm-hmm.
that the doctors never really learned about in their Western medicine.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Yeah. Can you read that for me?
All these health professionals would go on to experience a crash course in what Hayden calls unimaginable pathology and poverty, rarely if ever seen in Western medicine.
Good.
Medicine.
Yeah, good. Medicine. Yeah.
Medicine.
And this is rarely,
Rarely,
rarely. Mhm.
rarely,
There you
rarely,
go. Rarely.
rarely.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Da, 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 da. This is kind of a tough word. Contracture.
Contracture,
Yeah,
contracture.
don't worry about that. That's a medical term. You probably won't use it. Yeah. Okay, and severe means really bad, of
Severe,
course.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Severe.
Uh-huh. Venter's patients included burn victims Rashidi, a quiet, shy teenager who suffered a severe contracture of his legs as a result of a
Oh,
farm-related burn injury. Yeah, look, I missed the article. Result of a farm-related burn injury. In surgery, Venter released the contracture to allow him to place the whole sole of his foot, that's the bottom of your foot,
uh-huh.
on the ground, and to walk normally again.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Ventus patients included Burns victim Rashidi, a quiet, shy teenager who suffered a severe contracture of his leg as a result of a worm-related burn injury. In surgery, Venter released the contracture to allow him to place the whole sole of his foot on the ground and to walk normally again.
Good, good. Yeah. So a lot of these people have problems with deformed legs and
Yeah.
feet, and
Mhm.
it sounds as if it's not that difficult of a surgery. You think it would be, but it's not.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
but some of the people, and you'll see in the videos, some of the people can't be helped.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have diseases that are life-threatening, and but if you operate on these children, it will
Mhm.
kill them.
Mhm.
So either operate and the child dies, or you don't operate and the child dies anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
that's really devastating, and you'll see that in the video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. The article is not too much longer. I'll let you finish it on your own,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll finish with this paragraph here. Of course, abnormal means not normal.
Abnormal.
Mm-hmm. Customized. Customized. Mm-hmm.
Customized.
Uh-huh. And remember this one? Pediatric.
Pediatric.
Mm-hmm.
Pediatric. Mm-hmm.
And regain.
Regain.
Uh-huh. Okay, his operation on Ellie, 10, afflicted with an abnormal growth of his foot, allowed the child to finally be able to wear shoes, albeit, that's a good word for you, albeit customized ones. Yeah. It's kind of like the word however. Albeit customized ones. While his surgery on childburn victims Ruth and Marina, both 5, Africa has the highest rate of pediatric burn injuries worldwide. He saw them regain the use of their arms.
His operation Ellie 10 afflicted with an abnormal growth of his foot, allowed the child to finally be able to wear shoes, albeit customized ones, while his surgery on child-burn victims Ruth and Marina, both 5, Africa has the highest rate of pediatric burn injuries worldwide, saw them regain use of their arms.
Yeah. Yep. And this does have a happy ending at the end.
Oh, that's
So
great.
you'll enjoy that. Yeah. It does have a happy ending. Don't worry. Yeah. Okay. So today we worked on here in the chat bar. We worked on the T and the D sounds, right? T and D sounds.
Yeah.
What else did we work on?
On
Can you remember?
say the customized.
Oh, the S and Z sounds, yeah.
On board.
And the or sound. We did a lot today. Or sound.
Customized on board. It was something with who. Who. The who.
Oh, whole. Whole.
Yeah. Whole.
The ol
The
sound.
whole.
Ol, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And and of course TY, which is DE. We discussed that a little bit.
And yeah, it was one of like of one over this one over.
Of a. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
Of a.
legs. This g, not legs, but legs on a leg, not leg. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I think next lesson I want to work on the oo sound.
Mm-hmm.
The oo sound, because it's the way you're saying is ooh, 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 but your lips should be more towards your face, like like foot, foot, 1 foot, 2 feet, 1 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Poor. There's different ooh, poor, poo. I have to think about it because the way you're pronouncing your ooh is a little different. So we'll work on that. We'll figure it out together.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, we'll figure it out together. No problem. Yeah. Okay, I recorded this video. Driving me crazy though. I can't improve the quality of the video, so my face is going to turn out blurry. Oh, I'm hoping when I get a new computer, the quality will be better, but that's
Uh-huh.
fine. You'll get the
Uh-huh.
gist of it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, dear. Before we go, let me go back to the classroom. Okay, so if you click on the Mercy Medical Ships, I have the homework listed there.
Just a second. Uh,
And the next one you should really enjoy, America's National Parks.
oh, it's opening.
Mm-hmm. So you got the videos on that file.
Uh-huh. It's still
You have your
opening.
homework to do the writing.
Writing.
I think I have writing on here.
Just a second.
See, yeah, write a 2-paragraph essay summarizing either the article or the videos. What is your opinion? What are the Mercy Ships about? How can Mercy Ships create a better world?
Uh-huh. So I opened National Geographic Wild Weather. This one or another or about
Okay, so
national parks. Yeah, see.
okay, let me explain. So I'll put it on your Skype, okay?
Uh-huh.
So homework. Okay, so you're going to watch at least one of the long videos
Mm-hmm.
and write 2-paragraph summary
Mm-hmm.
or opinion
Mm-hmm.
about it. Opinion.
And the topic is
All right.
Mercy Medical Ships, right? On this topic
Yes.
about medical ships.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, it can be about the ships, it can be about the doctors, it can be about the patients. I don't care. Just the
I
topic.
see. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then click on America's National Parks.
Yeah, opened.
Mm-hmm. And you can review the lesson for next week.
Uh-huh.
And I believe, let me look here. Let me see how long that the video is 15 minutes long, so you'll need to watch that before class.
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And that is that. So you can explore those before next class, okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay, got it.
Okay, super duper. You did great. You worked hard.
Thank you. It was a very
You
interesting
are
lesson.
an English athlete.
Yeah.
You should know about that. Muscle memory to learn these sounds. I'm retraining you with the muscle memory for your face, just like an athlete. You are an athlete.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for today's lesson.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, see you next Monday.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.